that this was happening today is because there is no way that I knew what prophet was saying today, and she had no idea what I was preaching today. But I want to take your attention to Matthew chapter 11, and we're going to be looking at the last 3 verses. This week, I went to Springfield to see Emily, and on my drive, I like to listen to preaching as I'm driving. And I was listening to Dr. Tony Evans, if you've ever heard him preach, and he was preaching a message on this very thing. And I had planned on preaching something totally different this Sunday, but it kept gripping my heart because I needed that message at the moment. And I'm going to tell you, these are familiar passages of Scripture, but can I just tell you that in today, the world that we live in, the church that we're in, I want you to understand, people are so beat down. People are in everyday, they're beat down by everyday struggles of life. Jerry was just mentioning some of those struggles and some of those things that we go through. And I'm going to tell you something, as I was listening to this message this week, you know, it's like me. We become so tired sometimes. We become so weary. It's so bad that today, let me tell you something, there's actually an illness called chronic fatigue syndrome. If you don't believe me, look it up. That is something that's a real true thing. There are literally hundreds of thousands of people that suffer from this disease in our time. And here's the thing. Doctors can do a little bit about it. You can go to the doctor all you want. They can do very little if this problem is if you suffer from it. About the best thing they can do is give you some sleeping pills. What's that going to help you do? Just go to sleep. Wake up the next morning with the same issue. The best thing they can do is they give you some muscle relaxers. You take those two together, and if you didn't, I hope you didn't take those today, because I have a message for you from the Lord. It's not a sermon; it's a message from the Lord. And I believe if nobody else needed it, it's me. Amen. Because I tell you that these scriptures are very familiar, but it's something I want to revisit with us today, because I believe this is what's happening not only in America but in our church. But you know what? Those things, those muscle relaxers, those sleeping pills, all it does is hide the issue. Wouldn't you rather find a cure for your weariness? I mean, wouldn't you rather find a cure? And of course, people are going to say, yes, but does one exist? And that song just mentioned about the real me, and that Christ sees the real me. God sees the real of us. We don't have to put on a facade, and we ought not to have to do that in our church. Can I tell you once again, when you ask someone how they are, mean it. Don't just say that as a greeting. Because I'll tell you something. People are hurting. They may need you to speak life into them at that moment. Because I'm happy to report to you there is a cure for your problem of fatigue, weariness, those things that weigh us down, and it's found in our text today. Let's read it together. Matthew chapter 11, verses 28 through 30. It says, "Come unto me, all you that labor are heavy laden, I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly in heart, and ye shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." Heavenly Father, we come to you today, and I just pray, God, first and foremost, if there's someone here today that has never come to you, first of all, and laid it all on the line for you, Lord, and given over their life to you and trusted you as personal Savior, and I pray today that you would speak the truth directly into those people's heart today. And God, that they would come today and they would receive the only rest that can come is the rest that comes from you. God, would you bring those that need you as Savior? Then also today, Lord, those of us that may be broken down and weary and tired and needing rest for our souls, Lord, speak this life and truth into hearts today. God, bless is only your word. Lord, stop my mouth if it's something that you don't want said. Only speak what you would have through me today. In Jesus' name. Amen. I want to give you some truth. I want you to notice them with me that are given to us. this most blessed passage of Scripture. Number one, there is a problem that we all face. Simple little things today, but I want you to understand something. There is a problem that we all face. All ye that labor and are heavy laden. We all labor, and we all are heavy under a burden of something today. Whether that be health, whether that be finances, or whatever it is that you may be going through today, as you labor for God, all of us become weary. We're tired. We're weary physically. I sat down there praying, Lord, allow me to use it if you want. Let me just tell you something. I've been watching my wife be tired and weary, going through this, if you will, battle with cancer. And as she gets the chemo, it just takes her down even more and things she's wanting to do. And she says constantly to me, I'm sorry that I'm not what I should be right now. And I'm like, baby, you are right where you need to be. Can I tell you something today that speaks to me because I see her strength and I see what she's going through and I see her post things from Dr. Tony Evans, a lot of things on Facebook that talks about, don't look at the problem, look at the God that's bigger than the problem.
All right now.
And I'm going to tell you, it's supposed to be something for me to encourage her. But I'm going to tell you something. There's nothing that you face today that you don't have a God bigger than that.
That's right.
You know, mentally, when you get tired physically, a lot of times you get tired mentally. I don't know what it is about me today. I know I'm not that old, but there's just times when I have to find something else to do while I try to remember what I went there to do. I got to go look like I'm, because you don't want to look like you walked in the room for nothing. So you go over here and you fumble with something like, it ain't really what I'm looking for, but I'm going to do something to mask the situation that I'm in. I can promise you this. When I grew up, there wasn't like, yes, mask. I should have wore that up here today. But can I tell you something? When I was growing up, now I mean nothing funny by this, but there was no diagnosis of ADD. I probably, there's no doubt in my mind, suffer from it a little bit. Because I can tell you that, you know, one thing, and it's like squirrel, you know. But some of that is induced today, and this is a hobby horse, I know, all the things that we have going on and put before us, and when we sit still, we can't shut it off. But I tell you that mentally, we're just tired. Emotionally, all those things work together because when you're physically tired, you become mentally tired. Let me tell you something. When I was working at Waffle House and working 10-hour shifts, I never understood why you didn't get off at 6, but you got off at 7. Because about 5:30 in the morning, after you've worked a 10-hour shift, is when it cranks up. I don't know if I'm breaking the egg in the bowl or breaking the egg on the floor at that time. When you become physically tired, you start forgetting things. And if you know anything about that, you have to memorize the orders in your head and put it all out there. And I'm like, sure could use a backup right now. But you have to dig deep inside, and it's hard to do because you're there alone. Physically, it brings on the mental issues. And then the mental plays really into our emotions. All those things come together. Consider the following. Every day bothers of life periods. Every day bothers. You know, there's things, and they may not be big things, but it's just a lot of little things that add up, and they start bothering us. Can I remind us once again in this message that the Bible says in the book of Hebrews, without faith, it is impossible to please Him. The absence of faith is something that I have to pray about often, is worry. And most of the things that we worry about that are going to happen tomorrow never happened. It may not be big things, but just the same, they weigh us down. Everything, everyone and everything faces these things every day in the hustle and bustle of our busy society. I have told many people, I know that there wouldn't have been as much technology, but as I watch one of my favorite shows, you call me, old fogey or whatever you want to, but I still like Little House on the Prairie. When I watch that show, I think there was a lot of stuff. They didn't have the medicine. The people died, from simple stuff back then. But on the other hand, life was so simple. It wasn't as hurried, You actually went out in the yard and played. You actually go out in the yard and play for a while and use your imagination. My grandmother told me that when they were little, the reason Matchbox cars got their name is because when they were little, they actually used matchboxes and used them as cars. That's an imagination. But life was so simple then. But today, we're in a hustle and bustle. Got to get it done. And I was at McDonald's the other day in Springfield, and I went around the corner from Stephanie's mother's house and I saw some breakfast. And there's a certain lane that you pull in, and from that lane, you diverse into two different lanes on two different speakers where they ask you what you want. Well, I was in that lane doing the right thing, and I went to go around to the empty one. Somebody cut me off and went to that one. I was sitting there and I was like, with my window down. They had their window down, pulled up, and I go, you couldn't see I was here? The person looked around. About that time, the radio, Dr. David Jeremiah was preaching on, get this, 1 Corinthians chapter 13, long suffering. Right then and there, I said, forgive me, Lord. Because he gave me the message I needed right then, because it's like too easy. We're so busy. My time is more important than your time. That's the world we live in. That's it. We face this, folks. Hustle and bustle. The other thing is there's enormous burdens of life that weary us. We all have some kind of burden, folks, that we may carry around from day to day. Maybe it's a financial obligation that weighing us down. Maybe it's family sickness that's weighing us down. Still, there's others that are contending with these dysfunctional relationships. The list of burdens that we basically go on and on. The sad fact is that we have something that puts us under enormous pressure and stress from time to time. When we add life's enormous burdens to life's everyday problems, things can get very stressful. Anybody ever had any stress? Stress is one of the biggest things that people go to the doctor for today because it causes other physical things to happen. And after a short time of trying to cope with these things, cope with the two things we've mentioned, we grow very weary. Weariness is simply a problem that we all face in this life. Job 14:1 says it like this: man that is born of a woman is a few days and full of trouble. Job said it best, didn't he? With Stephanie and her diagnosis, and here recently I mentioned to some of the church that I went to the doctor, and now I've got to go see a hematologist, and they found something in my blood that's not right, so I have no idea what that's going to consist of. But let me just tell you, with those things, I began to think, I'm not even nowhere near Job's status of probably even being where I need to be with God. But I don't ever want to go, Lord, what's next? Don't open your hand and say, Lord, what's next? We get weary, folks. There's a problem we all face. But I'm happy to tell you this morning that there is a promise that we're all given. Verse number 28. See, this promise comes with a condition. What is that condition? We got to come. It says, come unto me, and I will give you rest. In this text, you find the most gracious promise by our Savior. It's a promise that I will give you rest. But it comes with that condition. We've got to come. We've got to come. He promises that. If any other person made such a promise, we would laugh. Why? Because we live in a day and age today where promises are just something people just say, I promise. It just once again becomes a tag to a sentence, because I know my parents went through this when they were hunting for a house before they got this one, and they had one that they thought was going to be it, and they had already promised on the deal. And the guy found somebody else that wanted to pay more. So he cut the deal out from under my parents. And they had promised on that. And my dad called him and he said, I know it's probably not going to change anything, but I just got to let you know something. There used to be a day when a man's word meant something. That's right. Anybody else, I promise I can make it better. If it was human beings or anybody else, we could just laugh. Because they don't have the power to fulfill it. But what about our Lord? Can we count on Him to make good on such a promise? And let me just tell you, with a resounding yes! Amen. We can count on Him to come through on His promises because of two things. Let me give it to you. His godly nature ensures us that He can make a promise good. Let me tell you, we must remember that He is God. And He holds the power of heaven and earth in the palm of His hand. It makes me think, He's got the whole world in His hand. And if He's got the whole world in His hand, let me just tell you, He can handle the weariness in my life. When He makes that promise, it's not some shallow, empty thing, because He possesses the power to fulfill it. But the second thing, His good name ensures us that He will make His promises good. There's many names for Christ. But in Revelation 19:11 it says, and I saw heaven open, and behold a white horse, and him that sat on it, him was called Faithful and True. That's one of His names. He cannot go against His nature. He cannot go against His name. This particular verse, the name Faithful and True. What a glorious name. It'd be nice if we were following Christ the way that we should be, that people would look at us and say, that's a faithful and true fellow. That's a faithful and true lady. That's a faithful and true teenager. Are they saying that about us today? What joy it should bring to our heart. And I know there's no other place that we can find that rest than in His faithful and true name. His good name should ensure you that He will make good His promises to you. You can believe that today. But there's a problem and there's a promise. But there is a prescription that we're all pointed to. When we go to see a doctor, we want something that's going to help. And most of the time, he'll write out a prescription of something to help. I talked to one of my friends on the way to Springfield the other day, and man, he answered the phone, but I'm like, that's not his normal voice. I'm like, brother, you sick? He said, man, I've been down. He said, I've never taken Tamiflu before, but I had the flu and took that, man, that thing, whoo, it works. Of course, it made him lightheaded and all that, he said, but it took care of the problem. And you know, when you got a problem like that, you're feeling down physically and you're sick. He's like, doctor, I don't want to pay you X amount of dollars not to help you. But let me just put this commercial in here to remember you this. Doctors are practicing medicine. You are the lab rats. Just help me make you feel better today. They're practicing medicine. But in their practice, you hope that they're going to give you something that's going to help. And here it is. This is the part that we wait for, that we long for. The prescription for our weariness. You know, we come to this point, and sometimes it's perplexing because of what is said. We're not told that we need more leisure time. Can I tell you something? When you have leisure time, when you're going through something, that just gives you more time to sit there and think about it. Mm-hmm. If you got leisure time, and I'm not saying that God doesn't want us to take rest, because He was about rest. That's what He said, He gives us rest. But a lot of times, leisure time is a time that we can spend more time thinking about what's going on. But He doesn't say that. He doesn't say we need more leisure time. We're not told that we're to take a vacation. Vacations, once again, are good. You need to try to take some. God wants us to rest. He wants us to rejuvenate our bodies. We're not told that we need bed rest. Now, that's something, if we're told that, man, I'd be like, all right! Ever since I was a little boy, I loved to take naps. I would come home from school before doing my homework, take a nap. They didn't tell me to crawl out on one of the mats in kindergarten to take a nap. I like to take naps. So if we were told to have some bed rest, I'd probably be preaching up here laying. Maybe reclining. I have seen a preacher that does that, preachers from reclining. I don't know. It might not work out too good. But all that, we're not told we need bed rest. We're not told we need a vacation. We're not told we need leisure time. We're told we need a yoke. And folks, that's not an egg, incredible edible egg. That's not what we're talking about. This yoke is the key to our rest. For so long, folks, what happens is we try to work alone and we wear ourselves down. Make sure something wasn't up there, because there was. Let me tell you, we tried alone. Here's what we kind of mentioned this. I came in on the tail end of this in Sunday school, but we try this alone. We try to figure things out on our own. We try to make it happen on our own. And we got to work this problem out. And I'm big about that because that's who I am. I don't, I want to be able to fix it. I can't tell you how many times that I've told Stephanie, I wish I could fix it. But let me tell you something. It's now time to put on the yoke and get harnessed together with Christ. So I've heard that before. Well, if you've heard it before, why aren't we doing it? This yoke that's mentioned here is not one yoke for one oxen. It's a double yoke. And your yoke is likened to a yoke that's put on oxen, where you see two of them yoked together. And like we might feel like, I just described to you that we need a hammock in the middle of the cool, not spring, as the pollen's going, you be sneezing in there. Maybe in the fall. You need a hammock. No, that's not it. Christ says you need a yoke. This yoke is important for two simple reasons as I get ready to get to the end. The yoke is a place of labor. The problem with us is not that we must serve some master or perform a task. The problem is really what master we serve and what task we perform. I want to say that again. Because the problem with us is not that we must serve some master or perform some task. Can I tell you that you can even get so busy for the Lord that you forget the Lord of the world?
That's right.
What do you mean? You can just do things. You can come clean the church. You can do this and do that. And you get busy. But you forget the one you're really doing it for.
Amen. Right.
The problem is, what master are we serving today? What task do we perform? Here, Jesus is inviting us to work for Him, but not only for Him. Where are we at? If we're in the yoke with Christ, where are we at?
With Him.
With Him. Right beside Him. When we take the yoke of Christ, we soon learn what is important. What's important work and what is not. What do you think is important today? Don't answer me out loud, but when you're yoked with Christ, you'll find out real quick what's most important. When we begin duty in the yoke, we have assurance that Christ is looking out for us, and we worry less about the other, less trivial matters of life. When you're yoked with Christ, we know that when we're there beside Him, and you know the difference, and when you're right next to Christ and where you need to be in your life, and how much easier it is and less worry you have. In the yoke, we find restful activity. So it's a place of labor. But then it's also, the yoke is a place of learning. We're invited to learn of Him in the text. Could there be a better situation for learning if you're yoked together with Him? The problem many of us face today is that we know so little about our Lord. I don't know why Ella's gotten into this kick of where she likes Taylor Swift. But she'll say, I know Taylor Swift. And we try to step to it. You know of her, but you don't know her. And while you're laughing, understand something today. Many of us know Christ in the sense of knowing of Him. Amen. We don't really know Him.
That's right. Right.
And the way that we know Him is when we are linked together with Him in this yoke. We can only learn of Him when we abide with Him. John 15:4 says, abide in me and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself. What are we here for? To bear fruit. To glorify God. That can't happen except you're abiding in the vine, which Jesus is the vine. Except you abide in the vine, no more can you, except you abide in me. That has got to be it is one of the most important elements of the yoke. It keeps us bound together with Him in a place of closeness where we can be taught. You can't learn anything or do anything except you're around the teacher. I'm going to tell you something. There is no substitute. Let me just tell you, I substituted like the first couple of years I was here, and I went into the class, and the kids like to go unruly, and I said, not with this substitute, because I'm going to tell you, we ain't going to have it. That's the way it is, because the substitute comes in, they don't learn nothing. You can do your best to teach the teacher's plan, but it is his plan. There's only one teacher. There is no substitute for learning about Him. Let me tell you something. There is a substitute that will be on the scene, or supposedly, called the Antichrist. And if anything that you're not doing linked with Christ, it's Antichrist. Christ desires us to be yoked together with Him so He can teach us. Driving around the country this past weekend, if you've ever been to Springfield, Missouri, or any places like this, one of the things you see are Amish people. I mean no disregard by saying this, but what you see is they're riding along the side of the road, horse and buggy. There's a big sign that says, share the road, because they're horse and buggy. But one of the things they don't believe in is modern technology. Emily and I saw a family at Captain D's, the great little seafood place. Can I just tell you that I'm hurt that we don't have one of those around here? Yes, love Captain D's. Among many other things you can tell. But we're sitting there and we notice this family, and I'm thinking, Emily, she goes, they gotta be hot under all that. No matter what time of the year it is. Covered up with all that, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, I hope they modern technology of. I know that's bad, that's just me thinking, but get you thinking about these, they don't believe in modern technology. And so when they're out there in the field, they still do it like in the olden days. What they do is they use oxen or horse or whatever it is, but you know they put this ox out there. This is just the way it is. You look it up. There's a big ox. You look at there, and it's kind of a little ox, you know, and it's like, what in the world would they do that for? Well, the bigger ox is one that has been there. Can I tell you? Not try to put Christ as an ox, but here's an example. He wants us to be yoked with him, and Christ has been here. He's not just in heaven looking down and just telling you. He's been here.
That's right.
When he was in the wilderness and weary, he used the Word of God. When he was tempted, even in his weary state, he used the Word of God. He's been here. He was tempted in all points like as we are. He had pain. He had suffering. He's been here. It's not someone looking down and telling you. And for a commercial tonight, the reason I like Dave Ramsey is because he's been there. It's not somebody that's been, spoon-fed all their life, and now they're going to tell you how to handle money. Christ has been there. And this older ox, going back to our example, shows this younger ox how to go. Matter of fact, that older, bigger ox is a little more powerful. So if that little ox decides he wants to veer off, no, buddy, you yoke with me. You get that? Because that is what it means to be yoked. By himself, that younger ox, I'm just muscle bound. I'm so strong, and I can pull this thing by myself. And that's what a younger ox would do. Pull himself literally to death. Can I raise my hand and tell you? There's times when I spend being a little ox. And we literally pull ourselves to death almost in weary. That's right. In the struggles. Put together, he learns to cooperate and let the older ox help him. In the yoke, we learn from Christ how to be patient and suffering. Patient and suffering. Think about Christ when he was suffering in the Garden of Gethsemane. He went to the disciples, wanted them to pray with him, and they fell asleep. But he was patient. He went back. He was patient. Even in his suffering, he was patient with them. How about Christ when he was laid on that stump or whatever it is and stretched his back so they could whip him with the cat of nine tails, and the suffering went on? He was still patient. Because I'm going to tell you something. He had the power of God. But because of the plan of God, he was patient. We learn to walk humbly when we're in the yoke with Christ. We learn to love intensely. When we walk with Christ, we learn to love the way that we ought to love. There's a difference when you're walking, abiding in him, with the way you treat people and the way you love people, and when you're not.
That's right. Amen.
And we learn to rejoice exceedingly. I love it because he says, my yoke is easy. My yoke is light. Why? Really, you're only hooked there to be close to him. Because he's taking why he can say his yoke is easy, and his yoke is light. In conclusion this morning, do you have rest today? Are you weary and tired? You come in tired today. I guarantee you, there's more than me that need that message. You're weary. You're struggling. There's heartache. First of all, this morning, I mentioned this in my prayer. Had you come in today and never coming to Jesus, first and foremost, for peace and rest that only He can give through salvation. If you haven't, oh, I know about Him, preacher. I didn't say, do you know of Jesus here? But have you applied it here? A long time been said the difference between heaven and hell is about 18 inches. Up here, I know all about it, and I can put on the games in church. But here's where it matters.
Sure.
Then, beloved saint today, the awesome thing is, what is a saint? A Christian. That song she sang a while ago, no matter what we're going through, in the Mass we try to, what He sees is beautiful. And that's an awesome thought. He's calling all of us, those beloved saints who are laboring, heavy laden. And here's the thing. He promises rest if you respond. I don't know any greater deal than that. He promises. And that promise cannot be broken because His Word tells us in the book of Psalms that all His promises are yea. In other words, every one of the promises He's given to us is true. It will come true if it hasn't come true already. Will you come today? Or have you rather continue carrying the load that is tiring you? Heavenly Father, we come to you today. Lord, we thank you for your word. I pray, God, that you would use this message that you gave to me this week